So what does it mean to be on your Grizzly? It means hard work, dedication, and it means progress beyond your Grizzly. Hard work, dedication, and progress.
I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. And if you're busy making moves, say it with me. I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. I'm on my Grizzly, y'all. I'm on my Grizzly. And if you're busy making moves, say it with me.
Coming to you from the City of Angels, this is the Grizzly Podcast with Irvin Scott and Melissa Santos.
What's going on, man? Hey, welcome to the Grizzly Podcast. This is Irvin Scott.
Hey, I'm Melissa Santos. Hey, we're just getting right into it because you guys are making us wait. You guys are teasing us.
We're so sorry.
We're not being bougie, I promise.
Listen, first and foremost, I want to introduce our guest, our guy Concrete, our guy J Valentino. Man, these guys are not only social media influencers, they're comedians. This is basically a really cool thing to see, especially Latinos out in LA, man, out in California. Yeah. Just push it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys for being on the show. We really appreciate you guys being on here.
Dude, thank you for having us, man. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you for having us,
brother. For real, man.
Yeah, man. Giving us a platform for us to be able to just share a little bit. Thank you guys, man.
Serious.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being on. I'm a fan. Concrete, I know that you know my friend Joe. He's a really good friend of mine, and I know that you got him on that Cheeky's music video because you direct, right?
When I was like 15, 16, and I had a brief rap career, it was like, minor success for myself. I had a couple records on the radio. Felly Fell played my first record when I was 18 on Power 106. I was signed with Steve LaBelle. This at a time when me and Nipsey were like barely coming up. We got signed to the same management deal with Sean and Lewis and Steve LaBelle. And then after that, man, I kind of left music after a while. My best friend passed away, Roy, and I decided to kind of drop music for a little bit and try to live in the real world. That wasn't working out for me. I couldn't really keep a job. So then I I got into radio for a little bit. I had my own podcast called The Latin Legacy at LA Talk Live. From there, we went to Pocos for the Locos with E-Dub and Kool-Aid. And after that, I was doing my acting. I kept, booking gigs, and I decided to get behind the camera. That was back in 2009, 2008. And after that, man, it was kind of like, all right, cool. I'm going to just start shooting music videos for all my buddies, all the rappers that I know. And, I went from doing free music videos to, doing videos with, people you just mentioned, Cheeky's, Frankie J, Baby Bash. I've shot for the Marleys. I've, spent fucking time with Yandel. I've done, quite a bit of music videos, man. I couldn't even mention all the people that I've shot for, man. The Danny Trejos of the world. And, just a bunch of stuff that I've been working on, man, just over the years. And now it's like, I'm going back to the creative side of me being in front of the camera. And, it's been panning out for the last 2 years,
Do you like one thing more than the other, like directing, like being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
You know what it is? I think everything that I do creatively scratch that itch. I mean, if you ask me, like, really what I wanted to do growing up, I thought I was going to be in the NBA growing up. And then I found out that I was
I found out he was brown.
I found out that I was a 6-foot Mexican and that wasn't going to work out for me. And then I was like, yeah, DJing. And, like everything that I've done has always been creative. And I think, with me, it's like if I'm doing something creative, then I'm happy at that. To me, it doesn't matter whether it's comedy or, acting or whatever. I think as long as it's creative, I'm happy. But if you ask me what I'm aiming for right now, yeah, I definitely want to be one of the greatest comedians. Yeah, just like anybody else would. Just like Jay wants to be the greatest comedian, the greatest DJ. Like I don't strive for nothing but like being the best at what I do.
Amen.
Jay, I know you're a DJ, man. How long have you been DJing for?
Since I was 15 years old, man. I got into the adult industry. I don't really talk about it much, but you guys will get an exclusive when I was 19. And that kind of steered me away from that. I got into stand-up comedy from like 23 to 25, a couple of years. And did red carpet events, the whole shebang. That I got back into DJing at 27. That's when I started my own podcast before they were in style. It was called Juice TV. I did that for 5 years when Ustream was around. Ustream had its run for like 5 years. And then I found out the baby's mom was knocked up and I needed a new platform. I needed a new gateway. So I started doing sketch comedy. And thank God, man, knock on wood, it's been working out.
It definitely has, man. You guys have basically just created a plethora of just content, man. And it's like really good content, videos that you guys
so
put out that are
relatable.
so creative, hilarious.
And it's hilarious. And they do it like so calmly and just like it's no big deal. Like, okay.
Jay, obviously you incorporate your mom into your videos. Concrete, you incorporate your dad as well into your videos. So tell us about it.
You know, growing up with in my case, Mexican dad, it was always like, you know, my dad's like, when I've made small accomplishments, it was never really like, yeah, good job. It was more just a pat on the back. And that's how I knew it was love. Like, that's pretty much it. There was no I love yous. And so like, for me to be able to do these skits with my dad now, it's kind of like, I like, those are those 15, 20 minutes of me and my dad time that that otherwise I won't really get, because unless me and my dad are watching a movie or we do something, but even then it's like, we're not communicating. We're just spending the time together, but there's no communication. But when me and my dad, you know, we sitting there thinking about a skit, or we're, you know, just having fun together, like that's me and my dad time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it means to me. It's just valuable to me. And, you know, God forbid my dad leaves, you know, like, you know, sooner than later, like I would always be able to look back at that, and those be our moments. And the fact that we make people laugh, it just makes it even better, or help somebody's day because they're depressed, or just get somebody through the day for, you know, from one of the skits. I think that just right there is it's just the icing on the cake, you know?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on that, Jay?
Same, man. Same. Me and my mom, you know, been filming. She's the one, I did my first video with her, my first actual video that I directed and produced and edited. But the same, man. You know, Concrete, you know, we balance each other out a lot. I still take my craft serious, but he's got me to loosen up. You know, I always listen to his voice. ¿Por qué tanto pedo? You know what I mean? He always says that. And he's right. Ever since I started really just simplifying, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because I used to try to be perfect with my mom. Like, and then we would kind of like, you know, not argue, but we would like, you know, not get on each other's, not nerves, but like, we would be like, yo, our patience will start running low. But we would get the peace out. But now, you know, my mentality has changed. I've grown a little older. I have more experience. And I think now my videos, because of him, you know, and because of his experience, have gotten better with my mom. And yeah, the time I spend with her it's more lenient. The energy's lighter. We're better at what we do. These are moments that we're going to be able to look back on and appreciate and cherish for the rest of our lives, you know?
It's basically made your relationships better and stronger, is what you're saying.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I was able to, like, you know, what's funny is that, like, I did a skit with my dad, like, last year. It was on his birthday. And it was the first time that I truly ever heard my dad say, I love you. And I feel like the only way he was going to say it is that if I put him on the spot, you know what I'm saying? And that was really, truly the first time I ever heard my dad tell me I love you. And it was like, no quería, güey, no quería, güey. Or even in the skit, he was like, you know? But I could tell that, like, it broke him down. It broke my dad down. And I felt like that day, it was like we broke a barrier. But that was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, I finally got out of him, whether it's in a skit or not. Like, I finally heard it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's cool, man. Like,
and no one, you know, that's the thing, that the transparency, we try to make it as transparent and as real as possible. Like, I'll let my mom know when she looks like she's acting on a video. I'll be like, nah, mom, it looks like you're acting here. It doesn't look natural. And on that video that he's talking about in particular with his dad, first of all, like, I fucking died when I saw it. I couldn't stop laughing. And then now that he's telling me that, yeah, you could sense the realness in that fucking video. Like,
yeah, it was so weird because I didn't think he was gonna say it. I thought it was gonna be a flop. I was like, man, this guy's not gonna say it. Yeah. And then he ended up saying it, and it was like, oh shit. And then it was kind of cool because it kind of started like a little trend on TikTok, and other people started doing it with their dads and shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So like, not only, I always try to have comedy with some sense of social issue or something that, you know, even though it's comedy, I'm still trying to, like, you know, give out a message. And unfortunately, not everybody picks up on the message. They just kind of see it for the surface and for the comedy it is. But sometimes I'm really trying to say something. And with that one, it was like, yeah, if you're a man, tell your boy you love him. Like, they need to hear it too, not just your daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Latino cultures, there's something about
it's el machismo, you know?
Machismo, and just to, like, my dad doesn't really talk too much. Like, he's just kind of, okay, my mom's like in charge of everything. I'm Nicaraguan, the moms are in charge of everything. I don't know what it's like in the different cultures. I know it's a little bit different, but man, my mom just loud, in your face, and my dad's like, okay. And so my dad really, I don't think my dad's ever told me he loves me. I know that sounds weird, but it's just the way it is. It's weird to them. And I'm a girl, right? So I can only imagine what it's like. It's almost like showing emotion is like, it's too vulnerable. It's not manly.
It was funny, like it was maybe a month ago or something, like we were at the store and somebody recognized me, and my dad, I could kind of barely see the gleam of like, okay, you're doing something right, but it's not enough. You know what I'm saying?
It never is.
Like, are you serious? Like, I'm getting recognized, man. Like, and you're not, and my dad's, he's just hard like that. It's like, you got to be like a Will Smith or Chuck Norris or Sylvester Stallone, and then you're famous. Which, yeah, he's right. Right? Yeah. But I'm super down to be a D-lister forever. You know what I mean? I'll take a D-lister, a C-lister. I'm good with that.
100K followers, cool.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm super cool, which is influencing, bro. Like, but yeah, to my dad, it's still kind of like, you need more, bro. Which, hey, man, he always keeps me going because I always feel like I really truly do it to like really sometimes even just that make sure that I satisfy my dad. Like, Dad, are you happy? Because he wanted me to be an engineer. That's really what he wanted me to be. And I was just never the pencil to the paper kind of guy, you know?
I don't know if it's just a Latin culture in general, because, I'm Guatemalan, man. So my parents, they had that old school traditional mindset, man. Like my dad was also very like macho, man. And same, just like Melissa's dad, like he didn't really tell me or my sister that he loved us all the time. It was always us trying to go to him, win the affection over. I don't know, man. It's
for
just
sure. No, for sure. Like, dude, I grew up watching like Family Matters and like, Fresh Prince and all these shows and Full House and all these shows that showed the dad being affectionate. So I was always like, man, my dad ain't like that, bro. Like, I want my dad to be like Bob Saget. like I always wanted that, like, But at the end of the day, I think ultimately, bro, it's up to us. It's up to my generation to say, hey, dude, like it's okay to tell your boy you love him, and he can still be masculine, he can still be a man, and he can still hold his own. But yeah, bro, like you could break that barrier eventually,
Yeah,
absolutely,
man.
And this is definitely something we all need to work on in our communities. So
a lot of people don't engage when it's serious. Sadly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you want to watch, but a lot of times you don't want to see something light. And then when you see the message through that, you're like, okay, they're trying to say something, you know what I mean? Like and it hits you different. And like, because you're laughing, you're like, oh, this is funny. You know what I mean? You can talk about a lot through comedy.
Yeah, that's why. That's why it brings me back to like the teachers, like the one out of fucking 50 teachers that I had that were actually that had humor. You know what I mean? Like, that the teachers that had humor, you would pay attention to them more. And I remember that.
Yeah.
Like the funny teacher. Oh, I like Mr. G. He's
Mr. Aragote.
Yeah, he's fucking cool and he's funny.
Mr. G,
and guess what? I was like this with Mr. G. I was like, I would listen. Yeah. So that's actually a very good point.
But it's what they say, man. Laughter is the best medicine. You know what I'm saying?
So who came up with the rebels at the quinceañera, dude?
We had it in a vault for a year, man. Concrete wrote it, and he told me, he's like, hey, Jay, I got this idea. You remember the Rebels? I'm like, duh. I was my eyebrows were thinner than my mom's.
Oh, God.
I was like, yeah, of course. So we both got busy with our stuff, me as a DJ and him as a director, and, and our videos and stuff. And a year passed by. He's like, Jay, I still have that shit in the vault, bro. I wrote this skit for you, man. You have time this week? I was like, yeah, let's get it. And just like any other video, we don't know exactly what it's going to do. The shit is funny to us. And we woke up a sleeping giant, man. It's nostalgic as fuck. And people really gravitated to it, man.
My mom was and still is. She still owns a quinceañera store at the San Fernando Mall. And my mom was a vals coordinator. So I was always at quinceañeras because she would always bring me. She's like, hey, mijo, ahora no voy a ir a un chambelán. Te puedes poner porque tú bailes, and I used to be like, oh god damn, like, oh man, I already knew every dance, bro. Like I even had my own suit because sometimes the dudes would call out and I would have to like fill in at a quinceañera that I had nobody. I didn't know anybody at that shit, and then before the yeah, dude, like and then before the quinceañera, I would have to go and like decorate with my mom, so I would be decorating before I went to the church and shit. Like, like, you guys see that candy cane balloon? Yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah.
God.
How many times did you hear that Cheyenne song, bro?
A million times. I heard him more at the practices than I did at the quinceañera. Because at the practice, it was like, okay, guys, let's do it again. So it's like, bro, I know every beat. I know exactly where Cheyenne breathes in that song.
Tiempo del
Yeah.
Oh
I know exactly when he breathes. Like Chayanne is just killer, dog. You know, America.
Oh,
my
man.
God. Yeah, you guys nailed it with that. I used to be in love with Rebels. Like that was like my thing. I even had like a little Rebel boyfriend with the bangs and everything. Oh my God.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, God.
He said he would
Sorry
take
to
the
upset you, but
handkerchief out of his pocket. Yeah. And he would take it out. He's like, wait. And he wouldn't let me sit anywhere unless he put the handkerchief down. And then I would
That's right.
Like, excuse
We
me.
were respectful. We were respectful.
you know, rebelde pero
So
respechoso.
good.
Yeah, we were respectful. Nah, it was fun, man. I mean, it was good times, man. I'm glad it didn't last, but
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because those boots are hairy as fuck.
those boots are heavy as
God.
fuck in that belt buckle. I couldn't sit down with that belt buckle.
She would pinch my stomach.
But you know what? I think those videos that you guys put out, man, I think they do so well because they're so authentic. They're videos that people can relate to.
Who has a new baby though? Someone has a new baby.
Concrete.
Me, yeah. I have a 6-month-old. I got a little puppy. I finally got a little Christian. I got 3 boys. I got an 8, 4, and 6-month-old. They're all literally 4 years apart. The last 2 boys are 4 years and a day apart.
Wow.
So like literally the birthday's on the 17th and the other guy's on the 16th. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be pretty crazy, man. In about 10 years.
Like think of them as like a CD account. You know what I mean? You just let them interest grow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's like, yeah, for sure. It's like, yeah, exactly.
Well, my son's kind of selfish, so I'm not expecting shit from him.
Yeah, it's like compound investments with them. You just kind of put $1 in and just let it sit there for a year.
Just let an investment grow.
I mean,
yeah.
We just got to do our job as parents. Just got to feed them more knowledge than toys and gifts, and you know that QT is priceless. You know.
Yeah. Jay, how old is your son?
He's 5.5. He'll be 6. I made the big mistake of getting them a virtual reality game yesterday. The Oculus 2.
Oculus is amazing. Dude.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I was on YouTube VR like in the ocean with some dude surfing.
I play golf in it. I just golf.
I got the boxing game. It's great for cardio.
I'm in the garage just golfing.
You're sweating afterwards. You're like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
But I realized those for 13-year-olds afterwards. But my son's jamming on that. He's been playing Fortnite since he was 2. So cool, cool and not cool.
The Oculus, you can see everything in the Oculus. I mean, everything.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
You can watch porn on the
Really? Oh shit!
I didn't know that.
The fact that I'm sorry, we're talking about this on the podcast. So y'all, this is cool. Clickbait that because I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
Serious for you parents at home watching. Just so you know, your 15-year-old isn't only golfing. I'm just saying.
He's all like,
they're golfing in a different way.
Wow. They should call it
I'm just saying.
4.
I didn't even know that. Guess where I'm going tonight?
Oh,
babe, why are you in the garage every time? Babe, I love using my Quest in the garage. Leave me alone.
You're welcome.
Oh man. Watching the most recent video that you guys had uploaded, it's the one with the Somebody That You Used to Love song, right? So as far as that video goes, man, obviously you guys used some paint for that video. With all that paint, what kind of paint did you use, and how long does that process even take?
Once again, he thought about the idea, and I went to go. He was busy during the day. He's like, hey, can you go grab the paint? I was like, all right, cool. My ass goes to a fucking arts and crafts store. I go to fucking Michael's, right? I didn't think anything. Oh, it's an arts and crafts store. Cool. There's only shit for arts and crafts. There's shit that goes on cabinets and paper and wood. Nothing and cloth, but nothing that goes on skin. So I got acrylic. I got acrylic paint, and we painted our face and bodies with shit you're not supposed to put.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
No, it was so fun, dude, because that's like one of my favorite songs. I freaking love that song. I just genuinely love that freaking song.
It's a catchy song.
And I don't know what happened. I ended up just YouTubing the video. I was like, man, I'm curious to see what this person looks like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, bah!
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm watching this dude, and then I'm waiting for the girl to come in, and I'm like, bah! Jay, I need you to get one of those Cleopatra wigs.
And I got it like on the spot. I had him on speaker. I was like, all right, why am I buying this?
Just get it. Don't worry, fool. And then, dude, even that took 6 months to do.
Yeah.
But I was shooting a TV. I was shooting that, no, not a TV show, but a series called Ghetto Busters. I was shooting that, and I was literally on my way driving up there, and I was just bored as hell, and I was just kept repeating the song, and then I played the video, and then that was it, man. And then I hit him up, and I was like, "Yo, I think we have another one here, bro. Like, it's perfect, like for both of us." And then boom, it just worked.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys got to go through the process of us actually painting our bodies, like chilling, like just like we're smoking and we're just
Do you
painting
guys
ourselves.
have that? Do you guys have content like that where we could see like the behind the scenes?
No, I think we have some, but we generally don't shoot because we're so like. Maybe next time we should get somebody just come and just shoot us during the process.
Kind of like see the process, and then like I mean, and then you have acrylic paint on. Like, how long did that take to get off?
Scratching and hot water, it worked. I was nervous about it because like again, man, again, we come from that like Chicano culture, Latino culture, and sometimes like, oh, you got makeup on, or you got face paint, or whatever the case. Like, you guys are doing too much. And then when I called him, I was like, hey man, he was like, dude, this is why the fuck we do this shit. Let's do it. And sometimes I gotta psych myself out, and
we balance each other out.
I gotta remember why I'm doing this shit, and it's because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we balance each other out. I mean, he'll tell me like, don't overthink it, shoot that shit. And then so that day that he he was kind of vulnerable, I guess, and he was telling me that, I'm like, bro, are you serious or not? I'm like, first of all, who gives a fuck? Because that's our superpower. We don't care about what people think, huh? Yeah, that's our superpower. That's a superpower.
That's a superpower.
And I'm like, bro, it's out of here. That's our thing. Like whenever a video does well, which knock on wood, most of them do. There was like 100 comments in like 7 minutes for like, oh, it's out of here.
It's out of here. Yeah. But man, I mean, we just hope that we can keep on making good ones.
Yeah.
Never
overthink shit. Nike.
Just do it.
Just do it.
The right people are gonna like it. The rest, whatever.
Yeah, like I always feel like there's about 1 million people as weird as me.
How does the girl in your lives like deal with the fact that maybe you guys, because I see that you guys have a lot of female following, right? They're like, oh my God, I love you. Like, how do they deal with that? Like,
I'm single. I'm not with the mother of my child. I don't like saying baby's mom because it sounds ghetto. I'm not. I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say it was nice. It's nice to get attention. Who doesn't? You're a woman. You like attention.
Everyone likes attention. I was just wondering, like, what it's like. I thought being in a relationship and just kind of like navigating that too. So I have a husband who's a pro wrestler, and some of his we laugh at our DMs sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're looking at them, and I'm like, I'll send them to Irvin too. I'm a fool. We need to put this like, we need to read
online,
bro.
Yeah.
Like some stuff. Like I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like, and it's so incredible. It's so insane that it seems fake. It's crazy what social media does. It has like, there's like this weird dark space of social media, and then you have the light and fluffy, hilarious, like creative space where you guys live, and then you guys share with your world, right? We get to dive into your brains, if you will, and just like kind of be part of that, and it's nice. You make us feel better, especially during like this whole crazy COVID and stuff. Right?
Yeah, for
we
sure.
need that, and you guys provided.
How is it with you when girls slide in your DMs?
It's funny, dude. I ignore it. I kind of try to ignore it. I send like the most like organic like emojis,
virtual hand back tap.
Yeah, I'll put the hand up and then that one little face like this.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, obviously, man. I mean, I've been married for 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I just did a dime last year with my girl. Like when I started doing skits, I literally told her, this is a real question. I said, hey, do I embarrass you? And she said, no. I said, okay, cool. Then I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Because if I don't embarrass you, then I'm good to go. And yeah, now she's like, she'll look at my outfit. She'll look at my, she's the one that straightens my hair for some of the skits. So it's like, yeah, dude, and shit.
That's awesome.
It's dope, man. It's cool. I mean, yeah, I don't.
Support.
I mean, every now and then she's like, who's that in that comment? And I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, does she get upset? Like, nah, she used to be in the industry as well. She's singing. She has her own fans still from when she was singing, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, she's awesome in her own right, and I support her in what she does, and she supports me in mine, and she knows that because she's a singer, creative person. She knows what a creative goes through and how we got to get it out somehow.
That popularity comes with a lot of attention, good and bad and weird and unsolicited. So
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for me, I've never had anything crazy sent to me. I've never.
No salamis.
No, I've never. It's funny, and I think because people know I'm married, I don't know if they just respect that, or maybe I'm just not that big yet. Maybe I'm not that famous.
You made it once you start getting the dick pics, right? Is that what
you know what I'm saying? Like I get more like, hey, my tia really likes your stuff, and I'm like, oh, sweet,
Cool. This is my tia. Whoa.
What are some projects that you're currently working on, and what can we expect next from J Valentino and Mr. Concrete?
Well, as the universe works in amazing ways, we just finished wrapping up a movie called Horchata and Oat Milk that we shot for like.
We shot it for like 12 days, and
12
that
days
was
straight.
with that's starring Jerry Garcia and Duno. And we were lucky enough to be a part of that movie, and we just wrapped that up. I'm super excited. I'm excited
about that. He stole the show.
I'm psyched about that. No, I put it back. I didn't steal it. But it was fun, man. We shot it, and then tonight we have a table read for another movie that we're working on with. I don't even know.
Can we say it?
I don't know. Can we say it?
Fuck.
I don't even know if we can.
Ah, man, he's like the Mexican P Diddy. He's really big.
Yeah, he's really big right now, and like we do have an NDA, but just know that
we have an NDA. Yeah, we can't.
It's a really big project coming, and we're just fucking blessed to be a part of that movie. And I have the Ghetto Busters TV series coming out. They're still working on like logistics, whether it's going to be on TV, Netflix, Hulu, Zulu Nation, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying?
Zulu Nation.
But they're still trying to figure it out, and I'm just along for the ride, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. And then we're working on another project. We're writing the Rebels movie. Yeah. So that we're probably hoping that we can start shooting that like at the end of the summer.
And with that being said, Jay and Concrete, man, go ahead and plug your social media, man. Where can people find you online? What's the best place to reach you?
They can find him at J Valentino, the letter J Valentino, just how it sounds.
And the main platforms for both of those is Instagram, man. That's the main platforms right there.
Yeah. And then we're supposed to plug me now.
Oh, my bad. You can find him at Concrete Live. No underscore, no nothing.
You can find him at J Valentino.
Concreto Live.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much for being a part of the show, man. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to sit here to talk to me and my girl, Melissa, man. And we look forward to watching more exciting videos.
Thank you guys, and thank you for being patient with us.
It's a pleasure. I love you guys. You guys are amazing, and I wish you guys all the luck in the world. And this was a great interview. You guys had me laughing.
I would love to have you guys back on in the future when the movie's released, especially the Rebel.
Yeah. Oh, hey. It's done.
You get the exclusive.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you.
Shout out to you guys, man. Take care. Appreciate it.
Peace, man. All right. Thank you, man. All right. Take it easy.
Get it pop. Let's get it.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, turn it up.
Hard work, dedication, and progress. Stay on your Grizzly.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out another Grizzly Podcast episode. We'll see you next time.